guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a how I style my hair video. I've had tons and tons of questions. It's probably my most asked question on Instagram to how I style my hair. There is no like great secrets or anything. I use a few products which I'll get on to show you in a minute, and yeah, I'm really bad at hair, I'm not gonna lie. Any hairdressers watching this will probably cringe, but if you want to see how I create kind of like my undone messy waves hair, then stay tuned and I will show you. This is my sort of natural hair. I washed it yesterday and then just flipped the straighteners over it, but I've had it tied up and I've been to the gym, so it's a little bit kinky here and there, but this is what I kind of start with. When I first wash my hair, it goes really big and bushy and I can't style it, so I tend to run the straighteners over it first. I know that's not the best for like how much heat my hair's getting, but this is how it looks. I've forgotten the hairband, bear with. So the tools I use are a hairband, wide tooth comb, this is like probably my holy grail, hairspray. I've just got this Schwarzkopf Oasis Plus Super Dry Fix hairspray. I think I got it sent like last year sometime. Just any hairspray, you don't need these specific products. And I've got an argan oil. I'm nearly out of this. This is by Nume, N-U-M-E. Again, that's something I got sent ages, like I'm talking years ago. And then the hair tool, everyone asks what I use, and it is just a curling wand. It hasn't got a clip on it. This is the, I don't know how you say this, Jose Eber or Jose Eber or Jose Eber, I think it's Jose, trio. So this comes with a couple, I think it's 3 barrels. I'll link it below, it's quite expensive. I did kindly get sent it ages and ages ago. But I just find, I've tried loads of curling ones over the years and nothing curls my hair like this does. So if you can afford to spend that little bit extra on your hair, then I highly recommend this. I'm just going to open the window because I'm going to cook filming this. Basically, I start with my hair straightened, and then I will literally just section it off. It's a little bit easier since I had my undercut done, because I haven't got that very bottom like layer to deal with. I'm about to see what I'm doing around the back, so I'll just start that. Basically, I'm pointing the curling tongue downwards and just wrapping my hair around. My hair is quite short, so it doesn't wrap around many times. And again, I can't actually see what I'm doing other than in the viewfinder on my camera. It just creates a nice curl. Again, you can set the temperature on this, which I really like. I have mine at like 180. Seems to work quite well. I'm just going to whip round, finish this bottom layer because you can't actually see what I'm doing. And then I'll show you when I come on to a different layer. So I don't do anything to those curls, I just leave them to sit there, and then I'll take the next section. Any hairdressers watching this are probably cringing right now. But like I said, it works for me. I'll quickly just comb through that second layer. I don't bother going in different directions, I don't really feel like that makes a difference. I just do really messily, honestly. There is no secret to this hair. The only rule I do have is kind of just curl away from my face, which isn't really a rule. I think that's just a given, isn't it? I just pull out a strand of hair, point the curling wand down, and then wrap away from my face. Leave a little bit of the end out so it's not curly all the way to the end. And then sort of slide the tongue out and chuck my hair to the back. Again, I just pull it out, wrap it backwards, and then leave that end bit loose. Hold it for a few seconds. Don't really do the same thickness piece of hair all the way around, I just grab it as it comes and curl it. This is really difficult to do without a mirror, not gonna lie. And then I'll take the next section. I usually do it in like 4 layers. That top layer just so there's no tangles. I always start at the back for some reason. I don't know why. It kills my arms doing this. With the front layers, I kind of pull them down and let them set a little bit. It'll look really curly to start with, but don't worry, we'll sort that. I will leave what size this barrel is in the description box. I can't remember off the top of my head. It wasn't the thickest barrel it came with, I don't think, but it wasn't the thinnest either. Again, I'll just pull that out so it doesn't set like really curly. Honestly, it's so quick and easy. You just need a decent curling one. The top layer, I kind of like pull the middle of the back of my head. Does that make any sense? Put the curlers underneath it and then wrap it up and round. Don't know whether that makes sense. Just so I haven't got like a massive parting at the back of my head. And same with that, pull it up and round. Got hair on my lip gloss. Ugh. I'm taking bigger sections on the top, just so it mixes it up a bit. And then the front ones, I like this curler because it's got like a bobble here, so I can rest that like on my head and then use it as a guide of where to start the curl on my front section. Again, I will just pull that down so it's not too curly. Don't worry if any of it is missed, because you can just go over at the end and sort bits out. I'm going to need to have a look in a proper mirror before I can actually say that looks alright. Again, I'm using that like ball on the curlers to rest on my head. I'm very aware it looks mental at the moment, but we will sort that. I try not to leave the heat on too long for my front sections, just because they're probably the most damaged. Again, I just pull those downwards. Right, so at the moment we've got like big horrible curls, which I'm not a fan of. So I take my wide tooth comb, once it's all like feels quite cool to touch, and literally just brush it all out. Find my parting again. It does take a few goes because sometimes it leaves straight bits, but I kind of like bits of straight, bits of curly. I don't like it too polished. And like I said, you can go back over and curl sections that aren't curly enough. I'll do that one there. Zhuzh it up at the top a bit. Sometimes I use like I can't remember what they're called, but they're powder and you spray them into your roots to give it a bit of volume. But my hair's quite thick anyway, so I don't tend to do that all the time. Right, so next I take my oil, any argan oil, like Moroccan oil, something that's quite thick. I don't use anything that's like a dry oil. This is quite, sounds weird, but a wet oil, and I only use like the tiniest amount, and then rub it all in my hands and literally just run it through my hair. Don't focus too much on the roots, mainly on the ends. My hair is quite dry at the moment because it's got so much blonde in it, so it's quite flyaway in places. All the time I'm like pulling it down because I don't want big like ringlets, and I find that like gets rid of them quite well. Probably not my best effort because like I said, I cannot see what I'm doing, but I think that feels alright. Sometimes I flip it to the side, sometimes I wear it in the middle. But yeah, take my hairspray, you don't need any fancy hairspray, and just spritz it. I don't put too much on because I hate it when my hair goes hard. from hairspray and products, but that is literally it. Do get a few flyaways down the centre, so I'll just put a bit of spray on and flatten it down, but not too much because I kind of lose the volume and it can make my roots look greasy. But that is basically it. That is all I do to my hair. It's so simple, so easy, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm just trying to think of some questions people have asked on Instagram. I get asked where I get it done quite a lot. I get it done in Worcester at a salon called Beauty by Tabitha, and my hairdresser is called Chloe, so I'll link her details down below. This will last me all day and it'll still be curly tomorrow. That I don't know whether that's just my hair type. It holds a curl really well, my hair. Any other questions, let me know below. And I think I've covered everything. I will link all the products I've used below if you do want to pick them up, but like I said, you don't need to. Any curling wand with a large-ish barrel should work fine. I do find the heat control quite handy, so if you can get one with that on, that's really handy. Hair oil, every brand does a hair oil. Just make sure it's quite like a thick one and not like a dry one. Wide tooth comb, you can get anywhere. So yeah, I will see you all in my next video, guys. Bye.